Hello, everyone. Welcome to Larkin Silvercrow Tarot and Craft. Still trying to get used to this new name of mine. Excuse me while I sit down. I have you sort of up there and widespread because I have some things to show you today. My new obsession. I haven't picked up a deck of cards in 5 days because I went down a rabbit hole and I did a little post on it and what was going on, but I thought I would show you some of the things that have my mind occupied these days and that I'm working on and why. So I mentioned before that we have some really big bucket list travelings that we are doing. One in April, one in late September, and then one next spring. And as usual, my biggest hurdle when it comes to traveling, when it comes to cruising and flying and stuff, is which decks am I taking, which journals are I taking, how many pens and highlighters do I need to take with me? Should I take craft supplies on those long voyages across the ocean, when I've got 5 or 6 days just floating around out there with nothing to do? I like to keep my hands busy. So clothes, I don't worry about clothes. If I'm going to a warm climate, I pack for that. If I'm going to a cooler climate, I pack for that. That's not a big deal to me. It's what I'm going to do. It's my journals. It's, my cards. It's everything that truly makes me happy in little moments. So I started thinking, and, I normally, and I've showed them to you before, use these type of journals. They're not expensive. I buy them off of Amazon, or I'll pick them up at Ollie's if, Ollie's has them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They're just dotted. That's my preference. Or blank. I really don't like ruled type journals. I don't like writing in a straight line because I like doing my own thing. But I have them separated. I have a journal that's just for tarot. That's the one I just showed you. I have a journal that I use just for Don Michelle's Weavers group. I have a journal that is my commonplace journal. I have a journal for witchy doings. I have a journal for when I work with goddesses. I have a journal for learning plant medicine. I've got so many different journals, but I cannot take all these journals, especially when I'm flying, pack them in a suitcase and, while I'm sitting in the room or out on the balcony on the ship reading or something, I can't have 5 or 6 journals with me. I just can't. So I had to really think about this, especially with these longer cruises coming up. What do I really need? And I narrowed it down to, I need a journal for tarot and oracle. I can probably, if I do, and I typically don't when I'm cruising like that, I don't do goddess work. I don't do shadow work. I'm there to have fun. I'm there to have a good time. But I have to have my cards. Just have to. So, and I have to journal about it. So I needed a journal for tarot. I need a journal for travel, to document our travels and, glue things in and stuff like that. I need that. And then I want my commonplace, which is whatever else is going on, whatever else is happening. So I went online, and I'll just say this right up front. I am always late to the game, so this is something you guys probably already know about and have known about for decades. Not me. not me. I'm old school. But I went online to YouTube and I Googled, or just, typed in the search engine, what journals do people use when they travel? And oh my gosh, the door blasted open, and the universe was out in front of me, because there are so many. There are so many. And I didn't even know where to start. So I started looking online, and I know what I like. If I'm carrying something with me, I don't want these journals that have sort of a pleather. I want leather. I just do. I want to feel the leather. So I went online and I started looking, and went to Amazon because I thought, maybe the cheapest one will be on Amazon, because I saw some leather journals that were, oh gosh, $285. And I'm like, what the hell? No, thank you. I have cowgirl boots that cost that much. I'm not going to do a journal like that. So I found a little journal on Amazon, and it's this one right here. Am I in frame? Am I in good frame? Let me stand up and let me see. Okay, all right. At least I'm semi-sorted in the middle. I found this little journal. It was $14.99, and I thought, let me look at it. Let me see. It's probably not going to be great quality, blah, blah, blah. And, if you've already seen this, just skip through this if you haven't. This is called a passport journal. And I am blown away. I'm going to pull the little box out here that this came in. I should have had this, all done, but I didn't. So here we go. It came in this box. It's by Robrasim, and it's a pocket 5.2 by 4, refillable, and it's a coffee color. It's this gorgeous dark leather that I absolutely adore. Like I said, I have a wonderful, my favorite pair of cowboy boots is this color. So I bought it. I thought $15, and if I don't like it, if it's cheap or whatever, I'll send it back, and then I'll do a larger investment. So it came, I opened the box, and honestly, I was blown away. It came in this nice, sturdy box. It came in this little bag. It's just a little, little sort of cream-colored muslin bag. Nothing, nothing great. But it fit right in here to keep it from getting scratched. It has since got scratched, and it's got some oil from my hands and lotion from my hands and stuff, and I don't care, because the more patina it has, the better I like it. But it came in here, and then there were 2 little cards. This one I think is probably like a bookmark. The only thing is, you can see, it's larger than this. That's okay. I could use it for something else. It just says, happy every day, thinking of you and wishing you all of life's best today and always. I thought that was kind of cute. And then a little postcard thing. Great for junk journaling here. Thinking of you and wishing you all of life's best today and always, And I thought that was really adorable. So I'm hanging on to these because I really like this box. For some reason, I look at this box and I think, I can do something with this box. I can put like a little knob on here to pull it out, and maybe put an end cap on it so it doesn't slide all the way through. Anyway, I digress. Because I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway. This little, okay, she's got a name. I've already named her, and the name just came to me just like that, so I knew it was absolutely perfect. I didn't have to sit and think, because sometimes I do. I sit and think, and I write down, and then I go, well, no, that name doesn't really fit, and this one doesn't. But I looked at this, and I said, what shall I call you? And she said, Aowen. That's the name that popped into my mind immediately. So this is little Eowyn. It's got the elastic on it. It's got an edge protector, which I love the edge protector. I've seen some out there with just the band that goes around, but after a while that band is going to dig into the edges. I know I've mentioned before, I used to make custom bags, purses, out of leather, out of cork, out of fabric, you know, so I know that over time, this elastic, especially if you load this thing up, is going to cut into the, it's going to wear on the edges of the leather. But this leather is thick, soft, pliable, and, okay, I can't stop smelling it. Oh my God, it smells like I just walked into a saddle shop. I mean, it smells like the best. There's a saddle shop I remember in Virginia, and when you walked through the door, oh my God, the aroma, all the leathers, oh my, oh geez, it smelled so good. Anyway, I digress. I'm excited. It smells great. So it came with, and I've already decorated, you know, some of these. It came with 3 little inserts, little signatures here. This isn't one, I made this. One was lined, one was blank, and then it came, I've taken this one out for now, and then one was just craft paper, you know, blank craft paper, which I like, but I'm going to do something specific with that. I just wanted 2 in here because I want this to fit in my purse, and I can carry it every day, all the time in my purse. And if I need to write something down, if I need to think of something, I can do that right here. It also came with this little, it's a plastic piece, so it's got 4 sort of card slots here, and in the back of it, when you feed it through, is a little zipper pocket. So I've put some stickers and stuff in here that I might want to use. It has no pockets on the flaps, and I don't know that I want them since I'm carrying this in my purse all the time. So I just don't know that. Normally when I do junk journals, I always have pockets on the inside flaps to just stuff things in, but I think this is going to be okay. I'm going to use it for a while and see. So I put just a couple stickers in here. I have these little page tabs, and I don't know what they're called. I got these off of Amazon. It came in a pack of 6 different ones, so I just cut one in half, and then I sort of pulled off and switched and swapped around so I had the colors in here that I wanted, which is real easy because this just, you know, it's just stickered on there. So then I put that in there, and I still have another slot I can put something else in. And I just got my sticker book out and started putting stickers on here. I put a quote in here. It's always interesting when I start a new journal. You know, maybe you're the same way. What do you put on the very first page? I wanted a little quote, and this one's by Agatha Christie, and it says, "It's what's in yourself that makes you happy or unhappy." And I thought, and that is very true. If you're happy on the inside, you're happy on the outside. If you're good inside, you're happy on the outside. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. And just some stickers. I haven't yet written in here. I was going to buy a weekly calendar to put in, and then I thought, no, I've got this lined paper, which I do not like lined paper. I just said that. I don't like ruled paper. I don't like writing like that. But I thought I can make my own calendar because I'm not going to need every single day. I can just put the important days that that I need to do something on, or that I need to remember, or whatever, and I can just put the date and the year, whatever, and I will use this as my sort of calendar, the first part of this, and then I'll use the rest for notes or whatever I want. Then I made just out of my own cardstock here from my junk journals that I make, I made a little pocket holder thing to slip in here. And this is when we visited Yosemite. So I have a little notebook I put in here. This is a picture of me when I was about 5 and a half, my mom, and our first poodle, Bo. His name was Beauregard Jetson III, and we just called him Bo or Bojet. And I found that recently, and I thought that's a good memory. I want to keep that in there. My mom passed in 2020, and it's just a nice memory to have for her. And the dog too. Me, I don't know if I'll decorate this anymore, but I liked it as it was. Did I show the little? Did I put pockets in this one? No. I just took more craft paper and made a little pocket that I can slip something into, any little note or any sticker that I may have. And then I put another quote on this one. I'm a big Louise Penny fan. She writes the Inspector Gamache mystery series, and I need to get the new one that's out. And her quote is, "Life is change. If you aren't growing and evolving, you're standing still, and the rest of the world is surging ahead." Louise Penny, and that's from her book Still Life. And I thought that is very true. Growing, evolving. We're not meant to stand still in this life. We're not meant to stay the way we were. We're meant to grow and evolve and expand and explore and become better and better and better. I thought that was a pretty good quote. And still, I haven't written anything in here yet, but I will. The other one that was in here, I showed you this, was this. And I just put a sticker of a fairy on here dancing with her little bird and stuff. But it's really thick, and I might use this for something else, or I might use it just to write things, cut out, and then glue in here. But we'll see. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that yet. But now it fits perfectly. It's not too clunky, not too big for me. And my smaller kind of purses, because I just don't carry big ones. And I found this little sterling silver pendant I had, and it says fire on the bottom. I'm fire sign, Sagittarius, with the carnelian in it. And I thought, perfect, you're the fire horse, and I'm half horse, so awesome. So, sorry, gotta smell it again. Oh, jeez, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, please. It's rainy, and pollen is kind of thick in the air, and my voice is getting thick too. So I love this so much, but I thought, this is great. This will be great to keep in my purse as an everyday carry little journal thing, but I need something bigger. I need something a little that I can fit more into, and that will serve the needs I want, like tarot and travel and commonplace. So I bought another one, and it arrived yesterday, and to say I'm obsessed with it would be an understatement. This is the box it came in. It's a Wanderings box, nice and hard box to keep this thing safe. It was packaged so well, but I've already taken it out. these craft paper were around it so that it didn't get scratched, it didn't get dinged. It was in this Wanderings paper with the stamp on it, with the Wanderings logo on it, which I just love. And it had a little card, and it says, "And so the adventure begins." And I thought, yeah, the adventure is beginning. I don't know if you want me, I'll let you, if you want to screenshot that, you can, just so you can see what it says, but I won't read it all to you. Okay. Let me show you my new baby. I've been calling her my Precious, but no, that's not her name. Precious is not her name. She doesn't have a name yet. She'll tell me when she's ready. And it's this beauty. Oh my God. I opened the box, and after I took all the paper off, I just sat here and I had tears in my eyes. I know it's weird. I know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Or maybe you're like me. We'll see. Who knows? But I just, it's that beautiful pebbled leather. Now, I'm not a red girl. I don't wear red. I don't like it. Even my nail polish, my red is either has to have a brown base to it, so it's deep and dark. But like a Christmassy red, no, I don't do it. And I don't wear red because when I wear red, it changes my mood, and I don't like the mood I'm in. But this, oh my gosh, I am in love. I had this black and silver heart pendant, and I thought, yeah, it's going on there. It's going to be pretty, and I did. And I don't mind mixing metals. I just don't. And then I had all these little sterling silver pendants that I probably haven't worn in 20 years or so, and they were just in a little box. And so I hung them on a dog tag chain and flipped that through. It's got the edge, I just call it an edge keeper. I don't know if there's a real word for it. It's got the Wanderings logo here. And I'm in love. I'm in love. And it has pockets. It's got a long pocket. It's got three pockets, like card pockets, to slip here. And it's got a long pocket on the back. I just put a baggie full of stickers and stuff that I want in here. And then this morning I started, because she just came yesterday, and I just started decorating. And I thought, again, let's honor the year of the fire horse. And I had some Southwestern paper that I picked up at Michael's. It's, the big chunks of paper that they have there. I picked that up at Michael's, I don't know, maybe last year, a couple years ago or so. So I cut out the fire horse. Behind it is, I'll show you in a minute, is snakes. And I thought, okay, we're moving from the year of the wood snake into the year of the fire horse. So we're leaving this behind, and this is becoming the forefront. And that just worked great for what I was thinking. And the little thing says wild heart and free spirit, and that describes me. So it came with 3 blank notebooks inside of it, signatures rather. And I'm okay with that, but I think I'm going to buy another set with the dotted pages, because I like writing on those too, and I can put whatever I want on them, so that will be awesome. But I started to work with this, and that's the snake pattern. I don't know if you can see, it's in gold, but it's got like designs and stuff along the snake. That's what's behind this. I thought that was kind of cool. And this was just a little label thing that that was there. I haven't decided what to do with that, but just having a little pocket here to tuck things into makes it wonderful for me. And I thought, first page, I'm going to do some quotes. And I did this, I just went online and I said, show me quotes about journal writing and stuff. And I came up with these, and they fit me. And this one says, a journal is your completely unaltered voice. And that's Lucy Dacus, or Dacus, I don't know who she is. This one, second one, says, journal writing gives us insights into who we are, who we were, and who we can become, by Sandra Marinella. And then the final one is, in the journal, I do not just express myself more openly than I could to any person. I create myself. Susan Sontag. And that really hit home to me because, you know, when I journal and stuff, it's all about introspection and me. It's not about anybody else. It's about me and becoming a better me. And so that was my first page. I just did this now. I haven't done anything else there, and I haven't done anything there. Now we'll get into this, and I'll show you this section. But this one is going to be my tarot. This is going to be my tarot in the front. This one is going to be my travels. So I think I might get some travel stickers or what to put on here. But along with this journal came my very first fountain pen. And of course, I've been watching YouTube videos. This is the Pilot Kakuno. It's just the clear one, so you know, to learn how to use a fountain pen, I went with what everyone kept saying is the friendliest one for beginner. And it even says on the bag or the box that it came in that it's a perfect beginner's fountain pen. So I went with this one. This one is the extra fine tip. I like it, but I think I'm going to order another one that's a medium tip, because this one is very fine, and I'll show you in a minute what I've written with it. But it was so cute, and the nib of this thing, I don't know if you know about this or not, or if you can even see it. The nib has a little smiley face on it, right down here. He's sticking his tongue out. I thought that was kind of cute. I hope you could see that, sorry. But I'm really enjoying this. This is pretty neat. And of course I tore up the box like I usually do, because it had all these wonderful little colorful dots and stuff. You know, this was on the box, Kakuno here. And then I just cut out some other little things that I'm going to from the box, and I'll use that as I go through. I always save these little bags like this because you never know. You never know when you're going to need one. And this one, for this little quote here, is just from, I showed you that I do daily readings on my Kindle through several books. This one, I believe, is from the Tao, 365 Days of Tao. And it says, may I embody wisdom through patience and kindness. May I listen with an open heart and speak only words that bring peace. And that's where I'm trying to go. You know, I'm have limited my, I don't want to say media, but I've limited news and any videos or, you know, anything that comes across Instagram or whatever that has to do with politics. I'm done. I'm done. I know in my heart, I know that everything's going to be okay. I know it's going to take a while, but it's going to be okay. So I'm not going to stress myself out, and I'm not going to worry about it because my heart can't take it. You know, it's not that I have a wonky heart or anything. It's just, it's being an empath. I just can't do it. I can't keep absorbing and absorbing. So I'm not doing it anymore. Anyway, this is going to be for travel. It's nice and colorful, and I thought that would be great for this particular signature. And then this last one is going to be my commonplace. And I've already sort of started in here. This is just a piece of the bag that this and the red TN, I guess they call them TN, travel notebook, came in, and I just cut it and did a little flip out of what I was thinking of today as I was playing around with these things. But this is the one for this fountain pen. This is the writing for this fountain pen. And my handwriting is not as clear and as pretty because I'm getting used to this, like I said. And that's another one from the fountain pen, which is cute. And that's what I have. That's what I have at the moment. Oh, I did buy two other pens that I thought would be really great. And you saw, let me show you again. You saw the writing on them. This one. This is, what is this called? This is a Zebra Zensations black super fine tip. That's the blue one here. And a Zebra Zensations black as well. And this black one is the medium one. And they have a brush type tip to them. So depending on how you hold it, you can press down and it can get thicker, and you know, I thought that'd be cool. But I used this one, the fine point, super fine tip, writing these three. And you can see how that is, but I didn't try to do any special writing. I just did my own handwriting on those. And so, what else? Oh, what else did I get? Wow, what else did I get? I got this pen case, which I wasn't real sure about at first. It's like a suitcase. It expands, so I could show you this. It's got the zipper here, you know, so it can go down like this and be flatter, or you can expand it. I usually end up with maybe 2 or 3 smaller bags that I put my pens and my sewing needles and my little scissors and all that stuff in that I take on trips with me. And I thought, well, let's see if this will work. It's got a nice deepness to it here. This one just came off of Amazon too, Angu, but it seems to be very well made. And I can put my pens and stuff. And I even, you know, I thought about putting this in my backpack to take on the plane. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but we'll see, because my backpack isn't that big either, and I need to fit my laptop in there. But I can actually get a tarot deck in here. Let's pull one out. Tarot at the end of the rainbow. I can fit a tarot deck in here if I want. I can fit the other little one, which is this one. Sometimes I take this, sometimes I don't. This is the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. That fits in here. You know, I could probably, what else can I get in here? I can easily get a oracle deck in here. Let's see. Okay, this is a new Comfy Cozy Witch Oracle. Oh yeah. Put some pins on there and still have room to close it. which is cool. So, at least, if nothing else, there's options here with this. And I think that's all at the moment. I think that's all I have. Yeah. But anyway, my new obsession. And honeys, I am obsessed. I just, oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to sniff. I can't help it. I have to sniff. But now, purse, travel. Don't you think I need like an A5 notebook just to keep at home? I could still have 3 or even 4, depending on which one of these I get. I could have 3 or 4 signatures in it like I do when I make my journals. And I could use, oh goodness, boy, it would save a lot of space, I tell you. I mean, it would save a lot of space because when I make my journals, they're thick, they're about that thick. And I think I have maybe 20 of them stacked up in my closet, at the top of my closet, and they're going to hit the ceiling pretty soon. It's ridiculous, but they do take up a lot of space. This, not so much. And when I need fill the signatures up, I can take them out, and then I'm taking up this much space. And I thought, man, you guys who have been doing these travel notebooks for years, for decades, or whatever, you've had it right all along. I just never paid attention to them, so now they've captured my attention, and so has this fountain pen, and I already have another one sitting in my cart. I'm getting another Kakuno, a blue one, which I think will be pretty. Wish they had a black one that would go with this, but that's okay. That's all right. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys, let you know what I've been doing, what I've been planning, and some of my thought processes around these. So if you have any recommendations on traveler's notebooks, stickers, fountain pens, pens to take with you, what I would like, this one is, that one's okay, but this is not one I'm going to write with every day. When I sit down to journal and write, I usually go with, I have, what do I use normally? I use these Pilot G207s. That's normally what I write with, but, it's a little taller, and I would like maybe a compact. So if you have a good, just a good gel pen that works really well and dries pretty fast, let me know. Let me know what you use. Anyway, that's all I have for now, guys. Thanks for sticking with me, and thank you for sharing a little bit of my joy. I don't believe that I'm going to be doing any videos of help me set up my journal, because it takes me forever to do one, and you'd be here for at least 12 hours just waiting for me to figure out what I want to use. So, yes, I know I might be weird. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for being here with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time, and until next time, peace and love. Bye.